We've got Rita Alfaro, who's going to go ahead and join us up first, and we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Oh, hey.
Welcome to the stage.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I think for this you have to crawl up to the mic because it's
Yes.
just a scooch a
little bit.
Hi,
smidge.
I'm gonna assume. There, that's easier.
How are you doing?
Yeah. Hi. I'm not anxious about this at all.
Yeah.
No, neither are we. No, we've never recorded live in front of a studio audience.
Generally, we're in his bedroom where we kind of made a makeshift studio on YouTube. So that's our background. This is not normal for us. But it's a good time. And again, we appreciate you all being here. So first question, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We hear you've got a Selena obsession. Is that right?
That is absolutely 100% correct. Yes.
Care to go on?
So I'm from South Texas, 956.
Woo.
Hello.
So Selena is considered, Tejano legend, Tejano queen. That can be, some people agree with that, some people don't. There's a lot of women who did come before her, but her death was very important, which sounds really sad to say, like, oh, good thing she died to make this genre of music important. But I think she's an inspiration for a lot of people. I think her passing kind of opened doors for a lot of other people, a lot of people in the music and the Tejano business as well. And she just kind of has this folklore around her as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch the movie, that's just like this condensed version of her life. If you watch the TV show, not great acting, but it kind of goes a little deeper in finding out that she's not this perfect person, which I also love because she wasn't a perfect. Who's perfect? Nobody out there is perfect. And there's also just a lot of rumors about her and her death and this mystery and conspiracy behind it. And I'm an Aquarius, and I love that. I love conspiracies, and I love finding out about, like, the behind-the-scenes sort of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, learning all about that and what happened behind that is just amazing. But I love her music. I feel like it stands the test of time still. People just jam to it as well. Who doesn't get 3 or 4 drinks in and just start, like, jamming to Como la Flor?
Oh, my God.
And I hope that is played tonight, so I have the opportunity to do that. But yes.
Is it your favorite Selena song?
Well, huh? What?
Como la Flor?
Probably Como la Flor is probably my favorite. Just because it's the most jammable, I feel like. Especially if you watch the movie and you see Jennifer Lopez, like, perform it. That scene where she has just the long nails and she's, like, calming the audience down. That's just the best part, with her long nail just shushing everybody.
Whenever anybody brings up Selena's, do you have to automatically, like, it's given to say anything for Selena's?
Yes, automatically. I'm amazed. I'm surprised I don't have it on a shirt already.
Right?
That just says anything for Selena's, like, just that.
Which is a quintessential iconic scene from that movie.
Of
by the
course.
way. Yeah.
That and lo siento muy excited. Like, I'm very, very excited, which is perfect because I feel like Selena too. That's another thing. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not as amazing as Selena, but just, she learned Spanish from watching novelas. Like, she was the true Tex-Mex queen, Mexican-American queen. So, like, ni de aquí, de allá. Like, you just, like, you have to be perfect in Spanish, perfect in English. She was not. I am not either. I speak Tex-Mexican. That is who I am. That is what I learned to speak. That is why I don't get bilingual pay in the city.
City, look into it. Somebody look into that.
Yeah. So we're going to ask every guest just like one favorite local Fort Worth question, okay? Just like one real quick question. So for you, we've got, spring's coming up, right? Other than this week, the weather's looking up, right? Kind of, sunny a little bit, other than this week. But what is your favorite patio in Fort Worth?
Is it a cop-out to say tulips?
No, absolutely not. It's awesome back
It's a
there.
very great
No,
patio.
wonderful patio, lots of space, and now they have the room for the food truck, which is amazing. Other than that, I really love Bearded Lady. I loved their first location, and that patio, and it was a lot smaller, but now that they've moved to this side of town,
huge.
I absolutely love it. And who doesn't want a grilled cheese? A grilled cheese of the month, which is even better.
Yes.
And they've got a great drink list. Just awesome. And then just all these businesses are popping around it, so there's a lot of other things you can enjoy besides just sitting there on that patio.
What was your favorite grilled cheese that Bearded Lady had?
Right now they have a Monte Cristo, which I haven't had yet, but I love a Monte Cristo and I really want it. They had a pizza grilled cheese a couple of months ago, but I think it was like a limited time one.
Yes, I loved that one. That was delicious.
They also had a spaghetti one, which kind of sounds gross, and like that's what a
no way.
5-year-old would eat, but that's what I want to eat.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Somebody like at the state fair needs to like hollow out a piece of bread, stuff it with spaghetti, and like fry it. I
Yeah.
think that'd be the perfect.
That would be
sandwich.
perfect.
What would you call that?
Oh, we had a name for it. I forgot. Like, I mean,
You made up a name
I
for a
think I
hollowed
did.
out
I mean,
sandwich
I
with
mean,
spaghetti?
like me.
Spaghetti bun? I don't know.
I don't know. Like me and Tamiflu would like. So I brought it up with her, and she'd be like, well, "What the fuck
Nice.
are you thinking?"
Nice.
Did you ever try the? Oh man, that's loud.
Right?
Did you ever try the?
Dinner, buddy.
The donut burger.
I
Did you get a chance to do that?
No.
Is it the Luther?
Oh, yeah.
The
Luther Vandross?
Yeah.
Named
That
after
sounds
the
good.
Had a
famous Luther Vandross.
Voca bacon, like Voca coffee bacon on there. Two Paul's Donuts. They made a bun out of the donuts there. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's one thing I do love about Fort Worth and a lot of the businesses here is everybody works together. So I love that they have all the local flavors and they just put it
Collabs.
together to make like just this really original thing. That's what I love about this city.
Very cool.
So you're a music librarian.
Yes.
What? I know what a librarian is, and I know what music is. And then I kind of have an idea by putting those two words together. I kind of understand what you do, but I really don't. So what exactly does that entail?
It's a little different for everybody. Music librarians typically, like I'll just start off by saying it's very rare for a public library to have a music librarian. Typically, so yay Fort
Hey,
Worth.
shout out to
Yay
Fort Worth.
Public.
Fort Worth Library.
For seeing the importance of it and seeing the importance of music in the city enough to have a position for that. But usually they are in academic libraries, so a lot of times it's like helping the music students out, helping the music professors out, creating that music catalog, what they feel like is important for them to learn. I do a little bit of that with the city, but I guess our big catalog would be the local music that we do through Amplify 817, which is our free online music streaming service and kind of why we're here today.
Yes.
Commercial free. We have a lot of stuff on there, the playlists, as well as some of the performances, some of the interviews I do with some of the artists. So that's a little bit of what I do. I also put on a lot of other sort of music shows with the city. So one of the things we do, like we work with the Clyburn to put on those concerts
right,
as
yeah.
well. We're doing some music therapy programs that we've done in the past. We are currently doing a series this month with Ginny Mac. If you guys haven't seen Ginny Mac, she has this fantastic performance or this sort of lecture series that she does on the history of Western swing. And she's doing that all month long. And everything we offer is free. So I really do that. But my typical day is really just working with a lot of the local musicians and some other kind of music creators and seeing programs that we can do for the library. Another big thing that we have coming, which I'm super excited about, is our instrument lending library. So, and again, free if you have a Fort Worth Library card, you can check out some of the instruments we're ordering. Right now, we just have guitars, but we've got a lot of other really cool instruments to come that'll be free to check out, like our books, our DVDs, our video games. We've got a lot more than just dusty old ancient books.
Is it going to be like band instruments or like orchestra band instruments or everything?
It'll be everything.
Nice. Very
and
cool.
if anybody has, if you want to see me after the show, any recommendations on instruments that you'd like for us to have available, like I'm down. I will put
Everyone
that on
needs a
the list.
trumpet. You need a trumpet.
Yeah.
You got to have a trumpet.
For right now, we're staying away from some of the wind instruments just
right.
because it's sanitizing, it's cleaning. We want to make sure everybody's safe. I used to be a music teacher, band director, so I do know how to clean those, and I know they make special spray for that kind of stuff, but for now, we're going to stick with the easier.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably smart.
Yeah.
But
So are the instruments, are they being donated? Or is it
No, we have a budget for this
Cool.
through our Fort Worth Library Foundation. What Up Foundation, they support us in everything that we're doing and all the music stuff that we have. So that they gave us a budget, and from there we're just kind of like, all right, let's see what we can get. We will have donations eventually after we open it up and see how everything does. If people have instruments in good condition, please don't give me broken things. Please don't give me things that are covered in peanut butter and stuffed with spaghetti.
what's going on
Javier.
there? Hey, whoa, hold on. That happened once.
Band teacher's nightmare. But yeah, nothing moldy. But anything that's in good condition that you would like us to have, we'll be able to work that out. We'll check it out and then be able to add that into the collection as well.
Awesome.
So, real quick, how are the Amplify artists picked?
So that is not just me. A lot of people think that I'm just there listening to all the artists and I decide who goes on there. We actually have a panel of curators that we select. We rotate them out every year. Everyone submits when we have our submission rounds, usually open for about a month. Local artists can submit their music, and then we will sit down for a period of time, and each of us will go through and rate every single one. And it's subjective. When I say rating,
Right.
I don't want to say like, this band sucks. 1 star. Like, we actually have kind of this scoring system, and they are curators, so even with scoring, it just kind of gives us an idea. But what we're trying to do is fill the gaps in the music that we have. We don't want to just have 10 punk bands. We don't want to just have like 12 country artists,
Right.
because Fort Worth is a really diverse music community. So when we try to look at these artists, we're trying to find who's really part of the community, who's really hustling out there, but also like, wow, this is a really unique sound and they're just starting out. Like, maybe they'd be a good fit in this collection and maybe we can kind of help boost them.
So it's not just quality. It's like diversity in the music, right?
Absolutely. That is
That
one
makes
of our
sense.
scoring
Yeah,
points.
that's nice.
And also the hustle of it as well. That's
Yeah.
a big part of it. Like, there's some people who will submit and they haven't played. I mean, I know COVID was kind of difficult, but some people haven't played any shows. And so we're like, well, are you getting out there? Are you trying to support yourself with this? Or is this just something you decided to record and just submit? And sometimes it's based on the sound quality. Like, if it sounded like you just recorded it really quick, like in your closet, they're not very good masters. That we do take that into consideration as well.
So with that, what are the benefits of being an Amplify artist?
So a lot of times the first step is becoming the Amplify artist. We do pay an honorarium of $300 up front to the artist once they're selected. We know we've had a few artists who have used that. They've told us like, yeah, I was able to buy a new instrument with that, or I was able to put that towards like recording my next album. So that's the first step. After that, and you can ask any of our artists that are here, I will bombard you with emails and phone calls, trying to get you more performance opportunities. That's a big thing that we're doing in the library. I do have a show called Off the Record. So when we do have the
YouTube,
budget
right?
for that, it is on our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and then we are archiving them on Amplify 17, amplify17.org. But we do just a quick interview with them, kind of get some insight into their songs, or their writing process, or who they've worked with, or what Amplify means to them. We'll talk a little bit about that, and they'll usually perform like 2 or 3 songs for us. Sort of, low key, kind of intimate, a little bit like the NPR Tiny Desk.
Yeah, those are awesome. I
Yeah.
love watching those.
Yeah, a little
That's
bit
really
like
cool.
that. And so we'll have those up. And that's something I like, because we do try to pay the artists. I do ask them, how much their fee is and if we can compensate that. Because, I hate people saying like, oh, we'll pay you in, exposure.
Right.
That's not a thing. We don't
Right.
believe that in the library. If I have the budget, if I have the money to support you, we will do that. And so that's what we try to do with that. But it's also other connections and opportunities that we've met. We've met a lot of really great people who want to get involved with Amplify. And we're able to kind of connect them to other people in the community as well, either through mixers or events like this,
Yep.
where
Yeah,
people
this
can
is
mingle
awesome.
and get to know each other. And so we're always happy to be sort of a library of information in that sense as well.
How many artists are on the amplify17.org?
53
Wow,
artists.
very cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
And we're currently working. Yeah, we're currently working. Me and the curators are trying. We know it's South by week, so a lot of them are very busy. But we're trying to finish up our current round, our winter round, and hopefully get all of those out and announced by spring,
Nice.
late
Nice.
spring.
So you kind of answered my question that I had for you, was like what projects that a music librarian has, and it sounds like you've got your plate full.
Yes, and then some.
So do you have any downtime?
Clyburn, that's coming in June. Yes and no. There will be days where it's a little slow, and that's my days. I like to say Wednesdays are my slow day, even though they're not for anybody else, because that's the days I usually don't have any meetings, and I can take phone calls and try to catch up on my emails. But for the most part, it's kind of random. There's days like today where I'm working very late into the evening, and then there's some days where I'll have to flex. And like when we do Third Thursday Jazz, that's like my 9 to 10 o'clock kind of day.
Oh, wow.
And it's just an all-day event because you're setting up and you're trying to make sure everybody's fine and all the artists are coming in and so there's a little downtime, but there's always projects going on. And as a librarian, I work for the adult services department, so it's sort of sometimes I'll have to cover, like maybe we're doing ESL classes and they were like, hey, like so-and-so's sick, can you go and cover this? And just like, okay, like
All
just-
sorts of hats. Yeah.
yeah, that's librarian job.
What's Third Thursday Jazz?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, no,
pronounced.
seriously.
It's pronounced Yaz.
Yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Soft J.
Yeah.
Soft J.
Yes.
Yaz.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
this is
I'm
is
bad
this
for
year
organ.
13? This is year 13. The story I've been told about Third Thursday Jazz was it used to be a festival out downtown, and then it got rained out, so they moved it into the library. And then after that, the library just continued to do it. And thankfully, again, we have the foundation who gets us money and grant to kind of support that, and we'll bring in a lot of. We're trying to concentrate on more local jazz artists because Fort Worth is, as wide a range of genres that Fort Worth has as musicians. We are also a jazz city. We do have a really rich history in that. And we have a lot of people who are performing. So we're trying to bring in those local people to perform our Third Thursday Jazz. It is a free event. It is one of our more popular ones. We usually get anywhere between 300 to 500 people
Wow.
coming to the event. It's usually downtown in our gallery. When I came on board, we had to sort of switch gears. So we did it virtually, my first year doing this in 2020. That was a really fun learning experience. And then the next year we did part of it virtually, or last year, part of it virtually and part of it outdoors. Another really fun learning experience. And this year we're finally going back indoors, downtown Central. That'll start in June. We've already got our lineup, and then we'll have our finale at Burnett Park, which is right down the street from Central. So it's nice. The weather's really nice. We had a very large crowd for the last one, and we actually had a Western swing band for that one, the Western Flyers, which was really, really neat. I know some people were kind of taken aback by it. They're just like, this isn't jazz, but if you come to our Ginny Mac series, she'll talk to you about, the influences that we've had on Western swing and how it developed from country music, jazz music, R&B music, a little bit of rock and roll. Like, it's just everything under the sun. And
I'm
we were
excited
glad-
about that series. That'll be
Yeah.
fun. When does that start, the Ginny Max series?
That started yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. Yeah. I knew it was soon.
Yeah.
That way you listen, Chad.
Yeah, but you
I'm
can still
sorry.
come. We'll do it every Tuesday for the rest of the month at 6:30 at Central in Tandy Hall.
Awesome.
And she'll even perform a little, so if you haven't seen her perform, she's stellar. She is a presence, she is amazing, she's fun, and it was just really interesting to learn, at least that first part that we covered.
So there are a few Amplify 817 artists that are going to be doing the upcoming music series here at Tulips. What can you tell us about it?
So this is something that's been in the works for a little while, maybe a year. But yeah, we've been trying to get this free series going where we can really, again, one of the perks of being Amplify artists is we want to ask you to do some shows with us. So this will be a free sort of series showcase that we're doing where we're showcasing certain Amplify artists. I wish we could book all of them. Unfortunately, we're only doing 8 of them, only 8 in the series. But they'll be once a month, every third Sunday of the month. Oh, every month. That's right. Every month. Thank you.
Come on, Rita.
And that'll be starting this Sunday. And our first artist is going to be Joe. Yay.
Good old J.O.E.
JOE kicking it off this Sunday. Nice. So I do have the list here of the artists. So on March 13th, which is this Sunday, we're going to have JOE here, right? And you said it's completely free. Anyone can show up, listen to the music, be here, right? We've got Joseph Neville also here with us on April 17th, right? Okay.
Easter
Easter
Sunday.
Sunday.
If you want to get
So
away from your family.
Enjoy your family and then get away and
Yeah.
come here for the beer that you know you deserve and hang out and listen to Joseph. And then we've got, on May 22nd, we've got Avery Burke that's going to be here, right? Really, really cool. She's also going to be at South by this weekend. The Cowgirl Mermaid herself, Lorena Lee, is going to be here on July 10th, also rocking South by this weekend. And then Jacob Furr on August 14th, and there's still 3 months that are kind of hiatus, right? That are still, so that'll fill up to 8 months.
We're working on it. We're
Nice.
working on it. We'll get it out.
Nice. Very exciting. Very cool stuff.
So if people go to amplify817.org,
Yes.
what are they going to find?
You will find a variety of things on there. Of
Funky
course,
Panther playlist.
You
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Heyo.
And just a early thank you to you guys for doing that playlist for us. We're reaching out to a few people, so we'll have more playlists to come. But again, this is a community effort, and we really want to showcase some places that really love the local music community and help support us in this. So we do have some playlists. There is a page of just random playlists that have been made by you guys. Here, Fort Worth has one. Their road trip playlist that you can jam to if you're going to South by this weekend.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a
absolutely.
good time.
Also, how easy it is to make like playlists on Amplify 817.
So unfortunately, from the patron side, you wouldn't be able to make your own
For us, it
playlist.
was.
Sorry, non-importance.
Yeah. But that's why we're happy.
Enjoy the music.
Yeah, enjoy the music. Pick your favorite. You can pick favorites on there. You can download the music if you have a Fort Worth library card and keep it in your own personal collection. But it is free to anybody to stream, even if you don't have a Fort Worth library card, which is really great. Because it's just kind of a tap into the local community. I think it's a good place to start if you're new to town.
It's my library
He's
card.
so proud of his metal
The
library
metal
card.
one, those are rare. I don't even have
These are rare. You can actually shave one end and cut somebody with it. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So it's also a shank.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Tammy, watch out.
Those
Nice.
those went like hotcakes. So many people asked us after the event. That was from our launch event in February 14th. They're expensive, from what I'm heard. Talk to Teresa about that.
I feel really special now. Having known that happened.
Heyo. Pass it.
But yeah, so on the website, of course, you can search by artists, or you can look through the albums if you want to just, throw that out there and just kind of pick random stuff. You can search by genres. There's genres clicks that you can do. So if you're just a rock and roll person, you want to see all the rock bands, the punk bands, you can click that. If you want to see all the country artists, Americana, folk, whatever under the sun, pop, you can search by that as well. We also have a tab that has our live performances and interviews that I've done the Off the Record series. You'll see who our curators are. Every year we'll kind of change that out. So you'll see who our current roster is. So who's helping curate and choose the music for the current rounds. And then, of course, you'll have the playlist options. So if you do want just a little sample and you don't feel like digging or you don't have the time to dig yet, you can click on one of the playlists and see what we've had. We do have playlists we'll create playlists per submission round.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have like y'all's playlist, the Here Fort Worth one. Arts Fort Worth also made us one. There's like a mayor inaugural one that actually played during her ceremony that was created by that department. So yeah, we have all of those as well.
I'll be honest, it was a really good exercise for us because I hadn't really been on the website a whole lot. Like there's been music that we go in, listen to it, and then kind of hop off. But a couple of cool things is one, there's a huge variety of music on there, right? You got full albums. You could listen to it on your computer, on your phone. You could keep it playing. I think Tim found that out. You can keep it playing in the background on your phone, and you don't have to download an app or anything like that. But a lot of good stuff out there. So really appreciate everything that y'all are doing, seriously.
And we also just moved our blogs over. So some people knew we did that, some people didn't. We were putting them in our city announcements. Our communications department writes them. I think I wrote one. Yay, me. But all of those are on there. So if you want a little insight into the artists and you like reading that, those are really good. And they talk a little bit about the albums and some of the songs that are featured on there as well. We don't have all the artists. We don't have blogs for all of them, but we do have a good amount on there. I want to say at least 15. So.
Any last things that you want to plug before next up?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I plugged everything. Again, Instrument Lending Library. We've got some performances with the Clyburn. Of course, our series that's starting this Sunday here at Tulips, free. Not too late. It won't go too late. So Sunday evenings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank
you
you.
so much
Rita
for coming.
Alfaro, everyone. Thank you so much.
And thank you for letting me talk about Selena.
Of course, we're here for it.
Anything for Selena.